Oh, YouTube, what did I do? Yes, that's right. I got me a junky RV. Probably ripped myself off, and it needs a bath really bad. That's the first thing we're gonna do. But it's been sitting for a while. Even had a tow sticker from being illegally parked in somebody's parking lot. But it is the American Clipper. It's a 1979 sitting on the Chevy chassis. It's got a Chevy 400. I'm not sure of the transmission. It is a filthy mess, but inside actually is fairly clean. I know it's got some rotten fuel lines that I got to take care of in the engine bay and on the fuel pump to make it get rolling again. I've got a missing door for the house battery, it looks like, so that's going to need to be swapped out, but everything else is there. Like I said, it's a filthy mess. I don't know how to operate anything on this thing, so that's going to be an adventure we'll be going through together. I got the doors locked, so I don't want people living in the RV from the street. As you can see, there is a little bit of wear and damage down here on the bottom portion of the door jamb, so I'm gonna have to jack that up and re-secure that. But this is a one-piece fiberglass body, so it's supposed to not leak. The guy I bought it from said that he did seal the roof. I don't know why, because it is all one piece, but he said he did, and I'll go up there and climb and find out. Of course, your rusted chrome bumper, probably gonna have to just sand that off and paint it. But the glass all looks pretty good. I have a few pieces here. Let's see, I saw a broken light up here somewhere. Or maybe it was up front. Clearance light. Okay, that one's fine. Does have a new battery in it. So, yeah, nobody's stolen that so far, so I'm gonna have to charge up my jackery and get up there and charge that battery so I can get this cranked over to see where my leaks are. Oh, there it is. That clearance light's busted out. That clearance light's busted out. So they should be pretty easy to find. I don't know how good the seal is around there. It looks like we can just caulk that up after we clean it up. Little things like this probably need to be changed because that's kind of filthy. Got the 30 volt connection in that door there. Fresh water hose, of course, gas cap. The dirty duty drain for the black water tank. It actually has a hose, but I'll probably get a new one of those. The ladder, not sure if these would hold my weight. And I got a spitter. Sorry, Spider, you're gonna have to come off. But this thing has got last registered 8 years ago. So apparently what happened is the guy's grandparents bought this new back in 1979. And they drove it a lot. I think it's got like 106,000 miles on it, which is quite a few miles, but paid $1,000. I could have got ripped off, I don't know, probably did, but it is my first RV project, so we will see how that goes. But where I'm going to take you on the adventure today is at least starting to get it back, get some of this cleaned up so it doesn't look so bad sitting in my front yard. Looks like my bumper got jammed in, so that has to come off and get bent back out so it's not riding on the clearance lights back here. So anyhow, I'm going to go get me some soapy water and scrub brush and start trying to clean this thing off. Got my hose here, so it should reach plenty fine. And then this is the journey of the 1979 American Clipper restoration. My bucket is a complete filthy mess, so let's get this washed out. Use it on the cucumbers, or zucchini, excuse me. No wasting the water. Oh, it's still yucky. Let's clean some more. Put this one on some tomatoes. All right, that's good enough. So I'm gonna drop some soap in this bucket. I'm gonna run in and get some hot water. Water's not real cold, but it's a little chilly. So I'll be right back. All right, got me some hot water here. Not too much, just enough to warm it up a little bit. Wasn't very much at all, but somebody's in there taking a shower, so I don't want to take all their hot water. So let me go get some soap. So I got some Purple Power wash and wax stuff from the good old Walmart down the road. Gonna pour about a pint in there. I got this wash thing also. It's kind of got an abrasive, not too abrasive, kind of like your scrubbing pad you use in your kitchen to help scrub some of that off. But let me get some more water in this bucket. You know what? Let's carry it up top. I also got regular Purple Power to kind of pre-soak the body before I start spraying it with water and start getting some of that grime off. So let's carry this up top so we can start the adventure of cleaning up the mess. Of course, it's older and shit, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it the most presentable RV in the world, but I can make it look better than it is. So I'm going to set the tripod up, set you down, and you can all sit there and watch me making a fool of myself washing this thing. And I have no idea where I got this tripod from. This is a little dinky one I thought I would use for GoPros and Action 4s and all that good stuff. So I got the Action 4 on here now. Yeah, that gets everything in the view pretty good. Start soaking that thing there. All right, first thing I want to hit is the back. Now I can only reach about here, so let's pre-soak this thing up a little bit. I did buy another gallon of Purple Power so I can refill these spray bottles. I don't even know if this stuff's any good for the fiberglass or not, but I'm using it anyway. Of course, the bumper with the rust ain't gonna make a difference. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's got some ugly tail lights. It's got some RTV around, so those must have been leaking a little bit of water at one time. So I'm gonna probably go look for some better tail lights. See, this says American Clipper too, but it's all wore off of there, so probably just take that sticker and repaint it after this is done. It's supposed to be somewhat desirable for some people. It's kind of a weird niche RV, being it's all in one fiberglass body. For some reason the window's clean. That's kind of weird. Sorry, Spider. Get you off of there. Come on. Let's go over here. Come here. Put you there. There you go. Don't need to kill the spitters, need spiders. Good for the environment. That's about as high as I can reach there for now. So let's just let this pre-soak for a minute. And I'll come up here with my spray hose and knock the big chunky stuff off, and then we'll start doing the soapy water. See how that does? Let me get some soapy water. There we go. I should get the nice studs going. All right, let's start getting this thing. Well, you can almost see where I got purple power and where I didn't, because some of it just washes right off, and the rest of it's just kind of thick in there still. I don't know whose car that is over there. I don't know if it's stolen or what, but I don't care. It's been sitting out there for over a week. That's their problem, though, not mine. The wife said I could paint this. Yeah, don't think I'll be wasting money on paint for this thing. It is what it is color-wise. All right, this isn't too cold. That's good. That comes off not too bad. Some of it's kind of grimy though, so it's going to take some good scrubbing. I don't want to use a power washer on this thing. Well, I don't have one, but I don't want to use one either. But my daughter's fiance could bring one up, I guess, if I needed one. But they are like 70 miles away from here, so it's not, well, not 70, about 50, 60, I guess. But it's not an easy trip because driving through Seattle I-5 sucks, as everybody probably knows already. Even if you're not from here, you probably heard about it. I myself am in Everett, Washington, north of Seattle, about 25, 30 miles. Oh, clean the bumper. The bumper's rusty. This thing's scrubbing it pretty good. I got a ladder that I can use to climb up here. I might be able to take that one thing back I bought for the hose extension. It was like $30. I probably didn't need to spend. It's just got a chintzy brush on it. You know, I might be just totally wasting my time on this. I don't even know if this thing runs. So, that was bad on my part. I'm just trusting the guy who wasn't BSing me. Alright, let's give this a rinsey do. See if he did anything. Make it a little more presentable, I hope. Shit, I need to go in there and get the key and close that. So, before I spray that off, let me go get the key because I don't want to spray water up in there. It's dry and I'd like to keep it that way. Be right back. Alright, let's go back up and see if I can get this thing open and break in and shut my window so somebody else doesn't actually break in. Had to move my truck over there. Green car in front of it out of the way, so I had room to put this because the truck was parked here. Alright, which door key is this? God, I got a million keys here. I don't know. Start with this one. Nope. This one. Yeah. There we go. So I guess you guys do get to see inside. This has got a little hook thing here that it's supposed to be here. I don't know how this works. Oh, I see. Oops. It's just that little wire thing. We gotta do something better than that. That's not gonna last very long. Oh shit, where's this I gotta find out how to get that step lowered. There's a little light. I should get me a block, concrete block to stick here. I think I got one over here somewhere. I can use that thing. Sure, the wife won't want me stealing her gardening stool, since she just left it buried in the weeds anyway. Neighbor making noise, I think. Let's see. All right, that's better. All right, where's this? So you can see the engine cover's off, and he's got that exposed because it needs the fuel lines fixed up. I don't even know if there's anything in these things. Stuff. No idea what all this junk is. I have to go through this. The Snapster, Toastmaster. So I guess that's a freeze. Oh, it's a storage cabinet. Oh, it's got some cherries in there. Cream of wheat. Yay. I wonder if they need this nasty fridge. No, at least it's empty. So it looks like it has some kind of closing mechanism that needs repaired too. Oh, more crap. Collard greens, mushroom soup. Got a fire extinguisher. One probably expired. Doorknob. Yeah, that's on the bathroom. I don't know what the hell that is. Vent? No, stereo TV? Looks like a DVD player thing out of a car. Somebody was living in here for a little while. That's like brand new axe. All right, let's see. How's this thing closed and open? Oh, there's a string over there. All right, let's see. Does this work? Kinda. Kinda. Not really. Anyway, let's get this. What's that hooked to? The edge of that window there. Come on. All right, let me. It's gonna take 2 hands. Come on, tripod. Be nice. I don't even know where I got this stupid tripod from. It's probably off shopgoodwill.com or some shit. Piece of junk. So somehow I gotta hold this in tight. Yeah, that one's in there. And that lets that one. Alright, that's closed now. That'll keep the water from splashing there. Got 110. Okay. So I can use this stuff. It's $5 a can now. got cockeyed on it. But anyway, oh, we got a closet. We got clothes and shit in here too. Got a sleeping bag. Okay, that's good. Probably take that in dry cleaners. Alright, so let's get back out here. Do some more washing. So I'll leave this here so I can pull it down if I need it. Oh, see? Fucking bullshit. Forgot that thing was on there. Hold it shut. Now I just ripped the screw out of the side of the door. Ah. Okay, another thing to fix. I'm gonna set you out of here. Not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, you still see that shit. So alright, got that squeezed back together. Alright, I'll have to get me another. Fix that with a screw. Shit, I'll just leave this in here. I won't get lost. Black key is the door lock. Seems to work. Alright, let's get to where we were. We were spraying this thing off. The window is secured. Alright, some of it kind of came off. Let's scrub some more. Ah. Some of this stuff is not coming off very well. Some of it's coming off just fine. Maybe I gotta pre-soak it a little bit more with just the regular Purple Power stuff. Oops. Sorry about that. What you get for using crappy gear, I guess. Guess it's still recording. It's still blinking red. I'm going to spray more Purple Power on here. That thing looks crooked. Seems like where there was a ledge right here, it got more grody. I will do this back half here, and then that's about all I have time for today. I can reach up to there. I'm going to need to bring a ladder up for up there. We'll let this soak for a few minutes. Especially this ledge here that you can't see because the camera's over there, but you can hear me. So I'm going to get another ledge here with this purple powder letting this soak. And then I'll bring the soapy water and sponge over. And I've about wiped out the bottle of purple powder, so I'll have to go refill this too. And there we go. Let that soak for a while. Alright, so that one's about used all my purple powder out of this thing. So that's the adventure that I am currently in, restoring this old piece of shit. So I'd appreciate if you would give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff if you feel so up to it. I know my subscriber base isn't that big, but hopefully I'll be doing videos daily or at least a couple times a week, updates of the restoration of this thing. So the next project after getting all this dirt and grime off here and washed and getting it fairly presentable is I got to go tackle the fuel lines inside the engine and the one hook to the electronic fuel pump back here and see if I can get this puppy started. The guy said he drove it to his house before he had to get rid of it, but that was, like I said, 7 years ago. So we will go from there, but I appreciate you watching today, and y'all take care. Thanks for watching. Peace out.